Castlevania fans must be very happy now knowing that the protagonist of the series, Simon Belmont, as well as an Echo character form, Richter Belmont, are being included in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is one of the biggest fighting game series out there, and ever since Brawl, it has begun to include non-Nintendo characters into the game, starting with Sonic and Snake, who are now returning for Smash Ultimate. Then in Smash 4, we got many new third-party characters included into the game. Smash is slowly becoming more about gaming icons rather than just Nintendo icons, which is pretty interesting. It causes some controversy in the Smash community when non-Nintendo characters are included, and you have to be very specific about them, or else it causes some fan disappointment. But I don't think there's any questioning that Simon Belmont is worthy of being included in Super Smash Bros. He's from Castlevania. Castlevania is one of the most famous video game series of all time. It's one of the classics. That's why people know who Simon Belmont is, who even don't keep up with the series to this day. But instead of focusing on the hype or diving into the analytics behind his moveset, which I'm really not equipped to do considering that I'm not the most hardcore Castlevania fan out there, in this video I really wanted to focus on a significant aspect about Simon Belmont's inclusion. Something that a lot of people are overlooking, and it gives a lot of hope for new characters to be included in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that some people really didn't think were that possible. Let's get started. The important thing that I wanted to talk about today isn't Simon Belmont himself. Now, don't worry, he's a very important character. I'm not disregarding that. But I want to talk about the Echo character form. The fact that a third-party character, for the first time in Smash Bros., is getting a clone character based off of them. Now, clones have been embraced more and more for Smash Ultimate, considering that they're actually classifying them as Echo fighters and aren't passing them off for lazy additions to the roster like they have been in the past. Everybody was upset with clones in Smash 4, but now they're all happy because they're Echo characters in Smash Bros. Ultimate. And it's sort of understandable because classifying them as clones makes them seem like they're not taking the spot from anybody else, considering that they don't have that number beside them on the roster. But so far in Super Smash Bros., it's been one playable character per third-party franchise. But now it's not that way, and they're giving that to the Castlevania series, which sort of surprises me. The reason that surprises me is that Nintendo has been very close with Sega in recent years. Ever since the battle in the 90s, they've sort of become acquaintances, and Sonic has become a large component of some Mario side series, as well as Super Smash Bros. He's an integral part of the Smash series now, and it's sort of surprising that they didn't instead give the first Echo character for a third party in Smash to Sonic. But I'm not saying that can't happen. In fact, I'm saying the contrary. Because Simon Belmont has had an Echo character for Richter in Super Smash Bros., this only leaves the gates open more for Shadow's inclusion. As soon as Echo characters were revealed for Smash Ultimate, many fans were clamoring for Shadow to be included as they didn't like his role as an assist trophy and now wanted him as a playable character. That is definitely possible now. I'm gonna give some reasons for that. Not just because we've already gotten an Echo character for a third party, and now that allows that to happen, but also Shadow hasn't been shown as an assist in Smash Ultimate yet. Knuckles has been shown as an assist, but not Shadow, and that surprises me considering that Shadow has been an assist trophy in Smash Bros. Before. Could this happen? I find it very likely now. I didn't find it as likely before Richter's reveal, but I definitely do now. The Sonic series could easily get another rep in Smash Bros. Based on an existing character. I can't see somebody like Dr. Eggman getting his own spot in the roster because that sort of breaks the established pattern here. Then again, this Echo character does too, but you sort of get what I'm saying, right? Because Dr. Eggman would take up an entirely new spot instead of taking the spot of the already existing character that is representing the franchise. Shadow is also a huge icon from the Sonic series as well, so I don't think many fans would be upset about Shadow's inclusion. But I'm not just here to talk about Shadow, Sonic, Simon Belmont, or Richter Belmont. I'm also here to talk about how this leaves the potential wide open for even more characters to receive Echo Fighters. We already got the announcement that Samus is getting Dark Samus as an Echo Fighter, which is really interesting. It shows what I'm going to talk about more in a future video, how Nintendo is really starting to promote Metroid Prime 4 a little bit more by including these characters like Ridley in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We are now up to 3 characters plus an Echo for the Metroid series, which is pretty interesting. Chrom is also included as an Echo fighter because we didn't have enough Fire Emblem characters in Smash Bros. Already. I'm just joking, I love Chrom, I love Fire Emblem, and I'm very excited to see him included as Roy's Echo fighter. But there are definitely more possibilities here. I don't see us getting an Echo character for Mario because he's just that established, and Dr. Mario is already a little bit separate from Mario right now, so many people requesting for Shadow Mario. Nah, I don't think that's actually going to happen. But Shadow, I think, is the most likely to come out of this, considering that third-party characters are getting Echo fighters now, and there are definitely some other possibilities as well, such as Dark Link, or maybe even Dixie Kong added into the game as an Echo character for Diddy, as those movesets wouldn't be too different. It's funny how, as we're in the prep phase for a new Super Smash Bros. Game, and as we get more information, more questions start to arise. And there's still many questions that I've yet to talk about for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But one question that I did talk about already is the real reason behind Daisy's inclusion. And if you're interested in more talk about Echo fighters in the game, I'd highly recommend that you check out that video. Also, check out the 3 reasons why King K. Rool is a very important addition in Super Smash Bros. By clicking the other link on the screen. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more Smash content coming very soon, and I'll see you next time.